Welcome to another Warframe tip of the day. Today we'll be showing you how to defeat an Orphix. This guide can be done solo or in a squad. I'll be performing this mission solo though. This guide will be split into segments and chapters will be listed in the description for easier access with timestamp links, so check it out. Before we head straight into the mission, let's go over gear. I'll be bringing a Necramech, an operator with advanced amp, a Warframe built to survive or run fast, and if you're running this mission solo, a Railjack. These gears are suggested but not required because a Necramech can be found within the mission, an operator will have a moat amp, and you can join a public match or a friend's Railjack ship. We'll be focusing on the node Vesper Strait in the Venus Proxima. This is a corpus enemy level 21 to 24 and the fighters are level 12 to 16. First, let's check out Necramechs. I suggest bringing your own Void Rig Necramech. I mention your own because you can customize your Void Rig with mods to make it stronger. We'll be utilizing its number 4 ability Guard Mode, which will be used to defeat multiple enemies quickly. Inside the mission are enemies called sentients. If you don't quickly eliminate the sentients, you will fail the mission. This is where most players struggle at. The easiest way to control the sentients is by using your Necramech's weapons and abilities. I am using the default Void Rig weapon Muzzleon. My build is very basic and not advanced, however I'm still able to complete this mission with the mods that I currently use. I managed to grab arc gun mods by running various Arcwing missions throughout the star chart. One mission in particular is Kalis on Uranus, which can drop arc gun mods such as Rubedo Line Barrow, a damage increasing mod. Check out missions that are labeled Arcwing. To increase your Void Rig's abilities, you can gather Necramech mods through the Mother in the Necrolis on Deimos. Head over to her bounties and choose Isolation Vaults. Also look at the possible rewards to see which mods is available as a bonus. The Guard Mode ability is built off of strength and duration. Necramech Intensify will increase Guard Mode's damage, and Necramech Continuity will decrease Guard Mode's energy usage per second. If you don't have access to a Necramech, don't worry. Orphix maps have fallen Necramechs placed in several different locations. There will be Necramech icons on your mini-map showing you where they are placed. If your Necramech is defeated, you can jump into a fallen one. Take note that the fallen Necramechs offered are not modded, hence why I suggest bringing your own. Its damage and health is lower, so you may be switching in and out of fallen Necramechs throughout the mission. Next, let's talk about your operator. There will be different places on your map with a shield. When passed through, the shield will strip off your Warframe from your operator. At this point, once you cross the threshold, you can either eliminate enemies with just your operator or Necramech. You can't go back inside your Warframe unless you walk outside the bubble. In situations where you don't have an available Necramech, your operator's amp will be your backup. In this guide, I am using the amp 177. This amp is built using the Raplac Prism, Profus Scaffold, and the Certus Brace. If you're still using the Moat amp, you can create a new amp by visiting the Quills and Cetus or Little Duck and Fortuna. Each creation offers a different stat to the amp. The 177 amp has a high critical chance with 3000 void damage. It fires a long laser beam for better accuracy. You can check out how to build this advanced amp by checking out my amp guide. A link is in the description. In situations where you may have a basic Necramech, you will need to bring a Warframe that can hold its own until you find another Necramech or waiting until your Necramech is refreshing. Here I bring Titania. I use her to speedrun through the first objective, disable a priority target, if available. Her Pixie Mode Razorwing makes the starting objective fast and easy. For the Orphix mission objective, I suggest playing it a few times to see where your weakness is and adjust. Such as if your Necramech is dying too fast, bring a Warframe to cover the cost of survivability. My weakness was not extracting fast enough, in a case where the sentient count is getting too high, so I bring Titania to quickly maneuver to extraction before failing the mission. Let's go over Railjack. This mission is in the Railjack Proxima, which means you will need a Railjack, especially if you're running the mission solo. For the Vesper Strait Orphix mission, there is normally one objective before you start the Orphix objective, so you won't need to do much work and upgrades to your Railjack. All you need to do is either fly over to your objective or eliminate fighters and a cruise ship. there's really not much going on with your Railjack. My only suggestion when upgrading your Railjack is leveling up your command intrinsics. The command intrinsics will give you the ability to hire crew members for your Railjack. If you're running this mission solo, they help by manning the guns and maintaining the ship's integrity. I always assign 2 to gunner and 1 to maintenance. Then I can pilot the ship as they eliminate the fighters. If you're in a squad, a real squad member will replace a crew member, so communication is key with your squad if you're not running solo. So time to bust out the microphone. Now we have a basic understanding of our loadout suggestion. Let's go over how to defeat an Orphix. For my guide, I'll be using the Void Rig Necramech, so make sure the Necramech you find laying around the map is a Void Rig, not a Bone Widow. Run through the map until your first Orphix appears. There will be a yellow circle on your mini-map indicating where the Orphix is. Make sure to stay inside the yellow circle. If there is more than 1 yellow circle, stick with just 1. I cannot stress this enough. If you start doubling up yellow circles, you will fail. I keep my mini-map open to large in case a second Orphix appears, which spawns another yellow circle. I like to make sure I'm inside one and not both. When you reach the Orphix, it will be closed and invulnerable, meaning you can't do damage. On your mini-map, red icons will appear inside the yellow circle. These are called resonators. You need to eliminate resonators to open up the Orphix. When the Orphix opens, it becomes vulnerable and you're able to do damage. An Orphix has 2 phases before you can eliminate it. The first phase is to shoot down the first resonator that spawns. The Orphix will open and you can shoot down half its health with just your arc gun, not your ability. I'm gonna repeat this again. You can shoot down half of his health with just your arc gun, not your ability. You would be saving your ability to eliminate sentience. When half of its health is depleted, it will close up again and start phase 2. In phase 2, a new set of resonators will appear that need to be eliminated. It's usually normally only 3 resonators or more. Once all resonators are eliminated, the Orphix will again open up and you can eliminate the rest of its health and defeat it. Don't think you're done yet. You will need to eliminate 3 Orphixes to spawn Extraction. An Extraction waypoint will then appear on your map. This is where I use Titania, or you can bring any other fast Warframe. The sentient count will still gain during Extraction because this is an endless mission like Survival. So if you want to get out, you want to get out fast before failing the mission. Easier said than done, right? Let's go over how to overcome the obstacles getting in your way of defeating an Orphix. First, let's go back over the yellow circles on your mini-map. I talk about this a lot because I made the same mistakes over and over again until I realized this is actually very important. When you're eliminating the resonators, you will notice they're actually close to the Orphix, close as in nearby. If you end up going towards a resonator that seems very far away from the Orphix, you probably intersected another Orphix spawn location. In that case, open up your mini-map and see where you are, and which yellow circle you are in. If you end up eliminating the wrong resonators, it will not count towards the Orphix you're trying to defeat. It will count towards the other one. And since you ran far away from the original Orphix, you will most likely fail the mission. Make sure to stay inside your own yellow circle and not accidentally another one. Another task that hinders your ability to play this mission is eliminating the sentience. Once you get into an Orphix spawn location, sentience will start flooding the map, interfering with your objective. A sentient count will be labeled on the left side of your screen. If the count goes too high, you will fail the mission. This is where I suggest holding on to your 4th ability, Guard Mode. When you use Guard Mode, it depletes your Necramech's energy, and gaining energy orbs is not a viable option look forward to gathering. Use your arc gun to shoot down the Orphix, and then use your 4th ability to shoot down the sentience. If you're running this mission solo, the sentience will spawn right around your Orphix. So what I do is stay in one spot and blast away with your number 4 ability. It will quickly eliminate the sentience. Don't spend all your time eliminating the sentients though, because newer Orphixes will appear in another part of the map, spawning new sentients. And if you're taking your time, the sentient count will still build. So eliminate sentients, and then eliminate resonators, and then eliminate Orphix, and then eliminate sentients again. My last and final suggestion to efficiently complete the mission is to speedrun it. I'm not kidding. You have to speedrun it. Taking your time will not suffice to the amount of sentients that will spawn. You will need to know the map and know what you're doing to successfully complete the mission before you start. I highly recommend finishing this video and watching it probably one more time to get a good understanding of how to perform this mission. If you're in a squad, I recommend one person eliminates sentients, one person eliminates resonators, and one person stands at the Orphix and wait until it opens and then quickly shoot it down. If you're in a two-person squad, which is common in public matchmaking, assign one person to resonator duty and the other person to stay next to the Orphix. The Orphix eliminator will also be responsible for eliminating the sentients while you wait for the Orphix to open. This is where I say communication is key, and most likely you'll want to have your microphone on, or at least type really fast in the chat box. And there you have it, another Warframe tip of the day. I hope this tip helps you, and if it did, please hit that like and thanks button. For more Warframe tips and guides, subscribe to my channel. You'll get alerted for new tips. I'll see you guys next time for another Warframe tip of the day.